Yo, welcome in, you D-Gens. What's going on? All right. Let's get things going here, guys. Let's get things going. As always, guys, I will get to the chat the second half of the stream. So put your questions, comments, concerns in there. I'm not ignoring the chat. I will get in there second half of the stream. 1 second here. All right, let's get into it here, guys. JASMY chart. Let's have a look. We had another nice daily close here, guys, above the 100-day SMA, which is what I've been wanting to see. As I told you, you can see what I think is going to happen here, guys, or what I'm kind of calling for. We've retested this trend line basically, and now we're going to make it up to this golden pocket here very, very soon. Just a matter of waiting. Got to get back up to this 200-day SMA, break above it, guys. I think it'll happen pretty violently. And I think Bitcoin is going to have a pretty violent move soon. We've consolidated enough. It doesn't feel like it, but we've been consolidating actually for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We consolidated here. It doesn't really feel like it, does it? Does it feel like we went sideways for 4 days? Not really. We broke out of this kind of bull flag we've had going on, the symmetrical triangle, and we closed outside of here. So we have another daily candle building up right here. Could we see this daily candle move up to this $90,000 level tonight? $98,000 level tonight. It's only $6,500 away, guys. I know it looks like a big gap, but it's really, really not. So we'll see what happens there, guys. We're going to watch it. Right now, $91,459. See if we can get the crypto future live stream effect in effect, right? Let's see what happens here. All right, so let's have a look across the broader market, guys. It's been a fantastic day. My portfolio is looking good because we have some fantastic picks. That's why, guys. Swift coin up 10.3%, up to 203319. Mobile's pumping. I don't know why. As far as I know, they're converting their coin over to HNT, so I guess we'll see what happens. XRP has been just ripping 61.6% on the week, 62% on the month, 8.6 on the day. Got as high as 92 cents 3.2, guys. And it's not done. It's not. I wouldn't be shocked to see XRP break $1 in the next week. It's going to break $1. It's going to be up around $1.12, $1.11, $1.12. I think is where it's going to end up here before it really starts to consolidate again. Look at Algorand, guys. We love Algorand. We've been calling Algorand for a couple of years now, and it is paying off 18 cents, 8.1 right now. Reach it it's 23. It's up 23.8% on the day, 45.2 on the week, 53 on the month, guys. You love it. Even XCN, even Onyx Coin is having itself a grand old day. 5.1% up on the day, guys. 2015. You absolutely love it. JASMY up 1.4%. Things look pretty juicy. Look at Flare and Corium are pumping because of they're in the XRP ecosystem. So they're having themselves a fantastic time as well. Congratulations to anybody who was betting on the XRP ecosystem through the bear market. Crow's having a good time. H-bar is up 19.4%, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the week. Look at the week. Look at how much everything is up on the week. If you're not in the green right now, guys, on your portfolio, at least on most of your projects, you've been doing something wrong, okay? Because holy smokes, are we looking nice. We are looking nice, and we're just getting started, baby. We're just getting started. We haven't even begun to begin yet when it comes to the altcoins. They're just kind of popping a little bit here and there because Bitcoin's pumping. That's it, man. Right? So I can't even put into words how bullish I am. That's how bullish I actually am, to be honest with you guys. All right, let's go get into some of the news. Let's tackle this. Let's get through it. Let's see what's going on. Neo Xtrix, our dear friend Neo-san, says JASMY coin will become rare because they are designed to be gradually removed from exchanges through various mechanisms and methods to fully integrate them into the platform's ecosystem. Combined with the locking mechanisms injection, these features will create a powerful deflationary system without any token burns. This is likely why the team never considered burning tokens. I would agree 100%, guys. The TVL in the JASMY ecosystem is going to be off the charts. All right, guys, let's get into some XRP. Brad Garlinghouse was on Fox News today, and it turns out he met or meeting with. No, he had a meeting. He had a meeting with Donald Trump. This is massive, guys.
$1 billion industry under a Trump presidency. The blockchain payments company Ripple, which uses XRP to enable transactions, jumped dramatically since election night. And it saw big surges earlier this week on speculation that its CEO held a meeting with the president-elect following his victory, and speculation that anti-crypto SEC chief Gary Gensler might soon announce his resignation, which we just talked about with former SEC director Norm Champ. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is here in a Fox Business exclusive in studio to discuss all of this. Okay, a 70% gain since election day. Let me guess, you are a Donald Trump fan, at least of a presidency as he oversees a crypto world that he's very open-armed to.
For sure. Like what a difference 10 days makes. We, for years in the United States, have had an attack on the crypto industry. It's been war. And we finally, I think, have a crypto president. The crypto industry has embraced Trump. Trump has embraced the crypto industry.
He really has. He really has.
I think it's very genuine. And I think he sees the opportunity. He sees innovation. He sees entrepreneurship. And look, I'm very excited about what the future holds. I'll point out, you were saying that XRP is up 70+%. Since election day, the best performing crypto assets are all U.S. companies or U.S. technologies. This shouldn't be a surprise. The United States SEC has been manipulating and putting pressure on these U.S. companies, U.S. technologies, and now that pressure comes off and they explode upwards. So we shouldn't be surprised by that.
Beach ball underwater, baby.
So that is since when that it's all U.S.? That
really since election day.
Okay, since election day, then that really makes sense.
It does. And if you can even put a number on this, like what has Gary Gensler's war on crypto, you can put an amount on it. We went from 2.2 trillion to basically 3 trillion. So this was an $800 billion unlock just because we now are going to have rational actors who act lawfully. You know, as you know well, the states have now even participated in suing the SEC and saying you are not acting lawfully and enforcing the laws.
I got to ask you, the price of XRP earlier this week spasmed. It jumped about 10% after you liked a tweet earlier that suggested you may have met with President-elect Donald Trump. Any truth to those rumors?
I mean, I think like many of your guests today, I'm not going to comment on too many specifics here. Suffice it to say.
Okay, that's a yes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I respect that. But to me, it's a yes.
We have been active throughout this election cycle in being very pro-crypto, pro-innovation. And how do we make sure that this Congress and, the president, obviously, it's a totally new day. And I could not be happier about like a Congress that I think is, as Norm said earlier, your guest, we got to get away from regulation through enforcement. That makes no sense.
What about this yesterday, this lawsuit filed by 18 attorneys generals, I believe all from Republican states, suing the SEC, saying that they are allegedly overreaching when it comes to crypto regulation? Did you know that was coming at all?
We did not. And I say to all 18 of those attorney generals, welcome to the party. Look, we have been fighting, Ripple's been fighting this fight since the very beginning. We've spent literally over $150 million fighting the SEC, an unlawful war. And so I'm thrilled they're joined. I wish they would have joined earlier. But even in their case, what they filed cites the Ripple case over and over. And so they see what has happened. They see how Gensler has overreached. And I only wish there was a way to hold the SEC, hold Gensler, hold some of these people accountable.
And we should say that earlier this week, Robinhood relisted XRP on its platform driven by what they believe might be this new, more welcoming regulatory environment?
For sure. I mean, this goes back to like the U.S. has finally unlocking this hostility. And I do think things like Robinhood is saying, I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner, but I'm glad they did it now. And, I expect
Robinhood, by the way, up 37% this month alone. Nice move for Robinhood. And Vlad the CEO, sat here and said that crypto has been a huge driver for their bottom line.
I mean, he said that it actually is an order of magnitude, a 10x decrease in cost in order for him to trade.
Brad, thanks for stopping by.
It's
Great to see you, Brad Garlinghouse. All right, folks.
He's absolutely right, guys. There needs to be a way to hold people like Gary Gensler accountable for what he has done illegally, because he has destroyed families. He has cost the American families, the retail investors, tens of billions, if not hundreds of billions of dollars, right? He has caused so much damage to the American retail investor. He needs to be held liable for this, right? It's not okay. Moving on, what do we got? So a quote here from Ondo. Do what no one else will do. Open a new path while awaiting the future. Contribute to society. We will use our technology to benefit, to the benefit of the world. Absolutely. I love the vision of the JASMY team. Ondo, Sato, Hara, Eleanor Tourette, not part of the team. I've been told by sources close to the transition team that the new SEC chair will be pro-crypto. The nominee will also have to be well-equipped to handle all other issues under the SEC's purview: public companies, the stock market, the bond market, private funds, the consolidated audit trail, etc. This is why I mentioned earlier in the week to watch the nominations for CFTC chair just as closely as the SEC. Sources tell Fox Business the Trump administration is looking to give more responsibility to the CFTC when it comes to crypto. It's unclear how that would be done at this point in time, but it would require much more funding than the CFTC currently has. So basically, you need to increase the funding at the CFTC, increase the manpower, and label crypto digital assets as commodities, not securities, and have the CFTC oversee it. It's plain and simple. Well, it's not simple, but that's what has to happen, in my opinion. I mean, am I wrong? And you got to get rid of Gary Gensler, right? And then the SEC can oversee, companies that do initial coin. What do they call it? The ICOs there, right? Like Ripple did, because when you launch initially and you do an ICO, then you're selling to institutional investors. Well, judges found that was security, so that is likely something that the SEC will oversee. So, all right, what else do we got? We got another video. Marvin with the super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Wisdom. I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you, man. And I look forward to our one-on-one tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, brother. I got you covered. I didn't forget about you, man. I didn't forget about you. All right. What else do we got? There's a global race for Bitcoin, and we should get as much as possible. Anthony Pompliano.
Yeah, I think that people are very excited. It's obviously the first time we've had a pro-Bitcoin president take into the White House. And so the market believes him. The market believes that President Trump is going to do what he said. And so anytime that the market believes that somebody is going to fulfill campaign promises, it begins to allocate capital. It's not going to wait for him to make the moves and then they'll allocate capital. They're trying to position themselves ahead of it. And I think that the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve is a very important thing for America, but it also will signal that these were promises made and promises kept. And I think that that is something that President Trump should do very quickly so that we don't get front run by other countries.
Anthony, I don't think any countries except for El Salvador are jumping into the Bitcoin reserve game just yet, or at least they haven't said they are. And even President-elect Trump, it is not clear if that strategic reserve would just hold the Bitcoin that the government already has or buy new Bitcoin. The latter would be a much more sort of controversial move, and perhaps counterintuitive since, the strategic reserve of dollars is the world's reserve currency. So, I mean, how likely do you actually think it is that the U.S. government's going to be buying it for that reserve?
Well, so there are a couple of other countries that maybe are not as well known, but for example, the country of Bhutan has about $1 billion of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. But these are small countries, right? They're not kind of susceptible to the innovator's dilemma. They have the ability to do this because there's not a lot of risk. They don't have a huge economy that is put kind of in place. And so I think when it comes to the United States, yes, holding the Bitcoin that we already have is kind of a no-brainer, but buying it is also very, very important. There is a global race for Bitcoin going on right now. Whether you are a local, state, or federal government official, you should be figuring out how to get as much Bitcoin onto the balance sheet as possible. This is not like gold where we can just go dig up more of it out of the ground. This is not like other assets that can be created out of thin air. There's only 21 million. And on the off chance that Bitcoin ends up actually fulfilling the promise of Bitcoin, we're going to want to hold as much of it as possible. And so we're not talking about large amounts of money. I mean, the national debt increased by $850 billion in the last 90 days. If we were to try to put that same $850 billion into Bitcoin, that is about half of the current market cap. And so we're talking about $100 billion. That's small numbers, rounding errors when it comes to the government spending. And I think that it is well worth the risk reward.
Anthony, besides policy, I think you could expect personnel changes here. President-elect Trump has made it very clear how he feels, of course, about SEC Chair Gensler. Any candidates you'd like to see running the SEC? Anthony, any bets you'd place there?
No, I think that whoever it is will be somebody who's smart, prudent, and hopefully pro-crypto.
Anthony, some of the commentary I've seen has suggested that whatever policy the SEC ends up taking towards crypto could actually be more beneficial to altcoins as opposed to Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin, after all, at this point is pretty accessible in a number of different ways, not necessarily so with the altcoins. Do you agree with that take?
I think that Bitcoin has the most regulatory clarity already. And so if there is an increase of regulatory clarity, it naturally is going to flow to other assets. Obviously, Ethereum also has an ETF that is approved, but I expect Solana and many others to get approved over time as well. And so, Bitcoin is kind of the big winner so far. I think it will continue to be the king of the industry, but it does have the most regulatory clarity. That's been a huge boom and tailwind for the asset. But that same regulatory clarity, I think, is coming for other assets over time as well.
Anthony, we talk so much about the Trump victory, but Ohio is sending its pro-crypto candidate Bernie Moreno to the Senate as well. How important do you think that was as well to sentiment here?
Well, I met Bernie Moreno well before he ever wanted to be a politician, and he was pretty pro-Bitcoin at that time as well. I think he believes in, fundamental rights like the United States was built upon. And so it's great to see him kind of put into that position of kind of governance. And I really just think that this is a complete mandate. The American people spoke. The last time that a Republican won the popular vote was quite a while ago. And so anytime that you have such consensus from the American people, the people that we are putting into these positions of governance hopefully will go and fulfill that mandate. And it's important that they remember what they promised, because that's why people put them into these positions. And so now it's time to kind of just go execute. Stop with any of the divisive politics, stop with kind of the competition of campaigning. And now it's time to govern. And let's go and actually affect the change that was promised.
Anthony, we've seen, of course, all of the cycles in Bitcoin prices. While certainly it could have much more upside from here, what do you think is the biggest risk right now? What's the thing that's going to trigger the next crypto winter?
The biggest risk for most people is that they don't own enough Bitcoin.
Because come on, Anthony, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking what is the biggest risk to price action?
Again, I think that is the biggest risk, because if people aren't holding Bitcoin as a portion of their portfolio, that means that they have 100% of their wealth allocated to dollars or dollar-denominated assets such as stocks, et cetera. And in our country, there is death, there's taxes, and there's the national debt is going to go up. And so Bitcoin is a proxy for currency debasement. The US dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power in the last 5 years. 50% of our country has 100% of their wealth in dollars. It's a national crisis. 50% of the American citizens had 25% of their wealth stolen from them silently. They have no clue it happened. We have to educate these people. It's a financial education gap. An asset like Bitcoin is a digital savings account that helps protect them against that currency debasement. There's many other assets that they can also put into that investment portfolio, but holding too many dollars is the biggest risk in a world where the national debt going up and the currency being debased is all but guaranteed.
He's right, but that's not what she was asking him. She was asking him what he thought was going to cause the next bear market, right? And he avoided that because he probably thinks there's not going to be another bear market, which he would be wrong. But he's not wrong in what he said either. Too many people are not financially literate. They have no idea what the government is doing to their purchasing power of their dollars. They just go into autopilot. They work their asses off. They put money in a savings account, and you just don't even think about it. You think you're doing something good. You get like 0.3% interest on your savings account, and then they inflate your dollar by 11% every year, so you're losing money. It's a nightmare, guys. It's a nightmare. Ash Crypto says, breaking: Coinbase listed Floki. So if you are a Floki Inu holder, congratulations to you on that. Very, very nice. I did a short on it earlier. Breaking news: Fox News reports it's increasingly likely that Gary Gensler will step down at the SEC. Now, what I'm hearing, guys, is that it's likely to be that he will announce his departure, his resignation, late Friday after the markets close and after like the news channels already run their stories for the evening, because then he won't get any heat on it until the following Monday, right? Apparently, that's the plan, that he may announce his resignation Friday evening. So we will keep an eye on that. That is actually right now. So we're keeping an eye on it. So we'll see what happens. But could be Friday, could be Saturday, sometime on the weekend. We'll have to see. I'm excited for it, guys. I think it's going to be a great catalyst in the market. And yeah, now for anybody wondering, are you Cardano fans out there? Charles Hoskinson confirming that he did sign an NDA with SpaceX.
Just passionate, fired up, said, we're going to Mars, mission to Mars. We're making this happen. In fact, while we were flying there, I looked out the window of my jet and I saw a Falcon 9 rocket in the air. Just like, these guys are everywhere, man. These guys are everywhere. It's probably going to be the largest ISP in the world in 5 or 10 years. And kudos to them. The technology they're bringing to bear is pretty remarkable. Anyway, we were discussing some things, still under NDA, can't talk about it. But when I can, I will. So
under NDA,
passionate, fired up, said, we're going to Mars.
Perfect. That's what you want to hear, guys. Good things coming out of Charles Hoskinson. A couple days in a row. Very, very bullish. Just in, Senator Loomis' Bitcoin bill has been officially introduced to the Congress to vote on. She proposes buying 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years, guys. Now, will this pass? Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? Because it might have to wait until Trump actually gets in office. But I think there's a good chance, guys. And if it does pass, holy smokes, crypto's going to pump. Crypto's going to pump. More breaking news. Donald Trump has nominated Dennis Porter as the head of the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. So, guys, if anyone was wondering if they actually were going to do this, well, he just appointed someone to the head of that department. So, I mean, I would take that as probably, yeah, chances are good. El Salvador purchased more Bitcoin today as well. Of course, they continue buying on a daily basis. All right, what else do we got? Jeff Booth explains how Bitcoin is repricing the fiat system and moving into a system of cooperation. Let's get into it.
So that system now, we do that extraction through a monetary system. That if you're closer to the top of that extraction, you're winning. And the truth is, you're actually not really winning, because your soul is being destroyed by it, because it's based on extraction. But you think you're winning versus a whole bunch of other people who are losing. And so most people on the planet today don't know that they're living from within that system. And Bitcoin changes that to a system of cooperation, and it imposes cooperation. What as you go deeper and deeper in Bitcoin, what people feel in Bitcoin, the closeness and them changing, is a system based on cooperation that every single person wins by more people entering. Now, most people don't know what I just described there. Right, the world's always been deflationary, and that means the free market has always been deflationary, and that means everything we do trading with each other all over the world should flow to 8 billion people. But we've never had a vehicle to allow it to flow to 8 billion people. And why? Because money is subordinate to laws. And if you could control money, you control everything else. If you can control money and you had 1 million people on your system, then you steal from 1 million people slowly. If you can control money and you have 8 billion people on your system, you're stealing from 8 billion people at different rates around the world. And so Bitcoin doesn't care, right, that I'm here, that Rockstar's here, that you're every 10 minutes, it's imposing. In fact, one of the things that I think about is for people who are so far out of touch, they're living in the matrix that's extracting from them. Instead of saying Bitcoin, just say, what would a decentralized code, secure protocol that you couldn't change, that couldn't be co-opted, that was bounded by energy, look like? And if you're measuring if you're in one system, measuring from the system where all of the human abundance, all of the productivity gains are flowing to through 8 billion people eventually moving to the system, it looks like something you can't even. It's very hard for me to even explain what that looks like, because it means all the 7.5 billion people that are trapped in the extractive system and they're slaves to it. We unlock their minds, and deflation is faster, in service of all of us. It's so big a deal. But as you enter Bitcoin, I kind of think of myself entering, and I sent a thank you note to all the cryptographers and all of the people who knew this way before me, and who were fighting for this way before me, knowing how important this was. Now, I'm not just thanking Satoshi. I'm thanking all of the people who came up with shots on net that failed, that then inspired Satoshi to create the thing that freed all of us. So I'm talking about all of the human progress, and that's actually why I'm so bullish on where we're going on this. Because as you go down this rabbit hole, if you start as a trader or in shitcoins or in whatever fractal you're looking through your world from, as you go deeper and deeper, and some people stay stuck at a level for a long time, they get burned, they get rug pulled in something for a long time because they're still playing the rules of the other game. But this is a game based on cooperation. And as you go deeper and deeper and you understand the magnitude of what that is, you never will go back. And once you never go up a step, right? If you look at Bitcoiners, they keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you understand what that means, then you apply all of your resources, all of your mind, all of the, how do we keep this decentralized and secure? What is coming next? What's building on top of it? And you move your time away from the extractive system to the cooperative system, and it's just starting. So why I love both of you guys and so many of the other beautiful minds in this is they are unbuyable. You are unbuyable. You are building this, and it doesn't matter. Rockstar chooses to stay a NIM or private. I'm public. It actually doesn't matter, but all of us matter, because we are Bitcoin. We're defending it. We're building the path forward. So it's used as a medium of exchange. We are the network.
It's kind of piggybacks off what Pomp was saying, to be honest with you, and he's absolutely right, guys. He's absolutely right. Let's get into an article about Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler expected to step down as SEC chair after Thanksgiving. Gerber is stepping down as SEC chair, leaving behind a stronger agency with legacy of significant reforms. At the same time, Pump's plans to expand the CFTC's role in crypto regulation, the nominee will also have to be well equipped. Gerber is stepping. I already read that part. Stepping down after Thanksgiving and will choose not to finish his term as commissioner, which would expire in 2026, bringing an end to his tenure marked by strict crypto regulations. His resignation is expected to take effect as early as January 2025, Donald Pump's inauguration. Republican SEC commissioner criticized Gerber on climate rules, remarking, "We are not the Securities and Environment Commission." During his tenure, Gensler implemented significant market structure reforms, such as shortening stock settlement cycles and launching an ESG task force, though it was later disbanded. Gensler's time as SEC chair has been controversial, especially for his strict approach to regulating cryptocurrencies. Many in the industry felt his policies were too tough, slowing down innovation. With his resignation, Trump's administration plans to bring in a leader who supports crypto and innovation, potentially creating a more favorable environment for the industry. Well, who might replace him, you ask? Dan Gallagher, a former SEC commissioner and current Robinhood executive. Bob Stebbins, former SEC general counsel, supported by ex-SEC chair Jay Clayton. And Paul Atkins and Brad Bondi. Both favor lighter regulations for cryptocurrencies and are known for pro-crypto stances. Former CFTC chair Christopher Giancarlo, known as Crypto Dad, has dismissed speculation about his candidacy amid Gensler's resignation. Gensler's resignation and a pro-crypto replacement could reduce regulatory pressure on the industry. This might encourage more companies and investors to enter the crypto space, increasing its growth and making the U.S. a key player in the global crypto economy. Gary Gensler's decision to step down marks a turning point for the SEC. With new leadership, the U.S. could see more crypto-friendly policies promoting innovation while balancing regulatory oversight. This change could significantly shape the future of cryptocurrencies' financial markets. Very bullish. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. See you later, Gerber. It was not nice knowing you. All right. What else do we got on the docket here, guys? Cointelegraph. Van Eck says, we're optimistic that over time, regulators will approve these products regarding their Solana ETF filings.
Yeah, so when we looked at our Ethereum filing and examined the language around decentralization and characteristics of the blockchain, and then refreshed our deep dive on Solana to look at like who controls the chain, who can stop it, what we concluded is that the ETH and SOL assets at this point are fundamentally the same, that no single entity controls more than 20% of the Solana outstanding, nor can they halt the chain unilaterally. And so this SOL asset is, a utility commodity that gives access to the second largest open source app store. We're optimistic that over time, the regulator will approve these products. I know that there's a lot of focus on the existence of a regulated futures market of significant size in order to give the regulator the transparency to get comfort that the market is not manipulated. Frankly, we think that the focus on that regulated market of significant size, the futures market, is a Gensler PSYOP. There are other ETFs ETFs in the market that cover the power market, the electricity market, the shipping market, the uranium market, where the futures market is just immaterial to the price formation in those markets. So we think this can get done, but probably might need a different SEC chair.
Sure. Yeah, and I noticed Canada, I don't know if they have one live or they filed for application as well. Given that you guys are international, have you launched a Solana ETF in other jurisdictions?
Yes, we have one in Europe, and that's been trading for almost 3 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I totally missed that, but that's incredible. So you pretty much know what you're doing from a Solana standpoint, and it's just a matter of getting through the regulatory hurdles here in the U.S.
Yes.
How much do you love the fact that he's wearing a HODL hat, first of all? Yes, a Solana ETF would be absolutely amazing. I'm surprised so many of you guys are here. I figured for sure you guys would all be watching the Mike Tyson fight. But I'm glad you're here with me instead. All right, guys, breaking news. Trump to eliminate all capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies issued by U.S. companies. Now, guys, this is quite ingenious, and I've had people asking me how realistic I think this is, okay? So I'll break it down for you. This is why it's realistic, guys, and this is why he wants to do it, okay? This will completely do a 180 on all the damage that Gary Gensler and the SEC has done to stifling innovation in the United States, okay? So in saying that, if there's a zero capital gains tax on companies who are American companies, right? It's only American companies. One, it's going to make companies want to launch their product in the United States. Two, it's going to make companies that are in other countries want to migrate to the United States. This is going to bring massive innovation back and jobs back to the United States. This is an ingenious move at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely ingenious. And yes, that's why it is feasible or realistic, right? That's the whole goal. Bring jobs back to the United States. Bring innovation back to the United States. 100%. Companies are going to be tripping over each other trying to get in and launch in the United States, knowing damn well that there's not going to be capital gains tax on their cryptos, right? That's massive. So yes, that is 100% realistic in my opinion. So yes, Trump seems to know exactly what he's doing, right? Cointelegraph says spot Bitcoin ETFs have pulled in nearly $4 billion in volume. BlackRock's IBIT accounts for 2.41 billion of it. That is crazy volume today, guys. Crazy volume. Moving on, Crypto Law says breaking and Power Oversight asks Congress to obtain and make public the SEC's IG report on possible ethics violations in crypto regulations by ex-official Bill Hinman and Jay Clayton, amid news that Jay Clayton is up for a U.S. attorney job. So they want to sink Jay Clayton's ship based on him violating ethics laws. I would absolutely love to see that happen, guys. We will stay on top of that for you. What else do we got here, guys? The hits just keep coming massive. Just this November, Tether has minted $8 billion in USDT stablecoin. From the first mint, Bitcoin added almost 19K plus 25% to its price. Bitcoin to $100,000 soon. Guys, why do you think that USDT gets minted and stablecoin gets minted? Because people are turning fiat into stablecoin. Now, why would they turn fiat into stablecoin? Because they want to buy what? Crypto. That is $8 billion this month that have come into the space, guys. It is happening. We are ready for liftoff. All right, what else do we got here? BlackRock expands its tokenized fund build. It's supposed to be BIDL to 5 exclusive blockchains. So BlackRock, the biggest asset management platform, has announced the expansion of the tokenized RWA fund. As per Avalanche, BlackRock is broadcasting its tokenized fund named it's BIDL, not Build, to 5 additional blockchains beyond Ethereum, including Polygon, Optimism, Optimism Mainnet, Avalanche, Arbitrum, and Aptos. Avalanche disclosed that this expansion of BlackRock's Build widens the access to the biggest money market fund coin. The BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund has been established in collaboration with Securitize, a tokenized forum. The user can now access the project on Polygon, Optimism, Avalanche, Arbitrum, and Aptos. Real-world assets tokenization is emerging as a unique trend at the junction of traditional finance and crypto. Digital asset entities are competing to bring things like private credit, government bonds, and funds to the blockchain sector. They intend to offer rapid settlements along with advanced operational efficiencies. Carlos Domingo, the co-founder and CEO of Securitize, I lost myself there. Securitize also discussed the development as per the executive. The endeavor focuses on establishing an ecosystem to leverage the benefit of tokenization. He added that the integration with the 5 new blockchains facilitates achieving this objective. As a result of this, additional investors will conveniently leverage the core technology. According to Avalanche, the management fee of BIDL is 50 basis points on Ethereum. Optimism and Arbitrum, on the other hand, the respective fee is just 20 basis points. On the Polygon, Avalanche, and Aptos, this is another benefit for users who purchase or who pursue cost-effective operations. Via Avalanche, the fund provides immensely greater utility as compared with the conventional financial markets. The BIDL has emerged as a highly attractive asset, benefiting both the on-chain and off-chain investors. Very big news, guys, for these 5 platforms. All right, moving on. What do we have left here, guys? Charles Payne, the SEC should protect retail. Where is it? Should protect retail investors instead of Wall Street institutions. Check it out. Why is there no?
In a speech today, SEC Chair Gary Gensler seemed to be suggesting that maybe he's leaving the SEC. I think it was the last line where he says, "I've been proud to serve with my colleagues at the SEC who day in and day out work to protect American families on the highways of finance." This speech comes, by the way, as another breaking news item for you. 18 states filing to sue the SEC, accusing them of unconstitutionally overreach, also unfair prosecution in the crypto industry. Now, as we know, the investing world is tuning in all of its attention to NVIDIA's earnings next week. The countdown has begun. And of course, that stock probably could do extraordinarily well. But there's been a stock that was crushing NVIDIA for most of the year until now. The stock now in danger of being delisted. I'm talking, of course, the saga of Supermicro, which is turning out to be sort of a classical tale of caution. I tell you, I had this stock for my subscribers, and I'm lucky to have gotten them out. We got out at 480 or post-split 480 just by using simple trading rules. But here's the thing. There's no telling how many retail investors are stuck in this stock right now. The stock could be another in a string of blow-ups that probably could have been avoided with greater care from our regulators. Policing the stock market is tough. There's no doubt about that. But I think the job would be easier if those in charge would prioritize retail investors instead of Wall Street institutions.
Yes.
Now, there was a time when the SEC used to actually talk about protecting the retail investor. But think about this. That was a time also when most retail folks were buying mutual funds, and they said, well, 93% wanted it for retirement, 97% said it was for education. These days, retail is saying, hey, we want to make big bucks because we want the big boats like our financial advisor has. So this brings me back to Gary Gensler, who turned down dozens of my invitations to come on this show. I never really understood why. We are running in the same, we don't run in the same social circles, right? But we are both trying, I think, to help the retail investor. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Listen, there's been a huge outcry also from President-elect Trump to ditch Gensler immediately upon taking office. I think the question is, who would replace Gensler? Now, the media is focused on SEC Commissioner Hester Pearson. Of course, I interviewed her. She once said that the SEC itself fostered instability, uncertainty, and fear under Gensler, and that stifled innovation and also drove business offshore. So those were comments that got a lot of people excited, but a lot of retail investors also, they don't want her as their choice either. One thing is for sure, it's time for the Securities and Exchange Commission to act in a way where they're not just circling the wagons around the establishment. It's also time for more vigilance to protect retail investors from fraud, from all kinds of things. Of course, we want to level the playing field, and there should be several areas that can make that happen, including greater disclosure from financial managers. There's other things we can do, by the way. Enlist artificial intelligence. I think that's going to help to level the playing field and open more investing doors, right? Alternatives and maybe pre-IPO opportunities. Main Street doesn't always have to be a sucker. Hillary Kramer stuck around with this because, Hillary, I just want to get your thoughts. On the Gensler SEC, where will you rate them in terms of what they did for the retail investor, not the establishment?
An F. They failed.
An F.
Gary Gensler and company failed because digital currencies, Bitcoin, for example, blockchain, this was like the train already left the station and they're like holding it back and therefore causing a train wreck. There wasn't any mergers, acquisitions, any kind of deals couldn't get done in that entire space. But look now, the price of Bitcoin is telling us where we're going. And I think we're going to see a lot better leadership, whether it's Paul Atkins or Dan Gallagher.
Those are the names that you think?
Those are the whispers that I'm hearing.
Right,
so Atkins was part of the 2016 Trump transition team.
Right.
And then, of course, Dan is over at Robinhood.
Hey, before I let you go, I talked about leveling the playing field. We would like the regulators to do that, but it's also incumbent upon investors to do that on their own. What are some of the things you tell people? How can folks enlighten themselves? Because I was at the airport the other day, a kid, maybe 25, 26. He's in the market, but he's struggling.
Use your common sense, use the opportunity that Wall Street doesn't have, which is really to be out there seeing what are the companies and services that are doing well, that you yourself are using. The individual retail investor has the answers that the street doesn't. So do that and never get too concentrated in one stock. No matter how much you think you're right, you could get tricked by the big money.
Right. All right. I'm going to put you on a spot. We just talked in a segment before the short squeezes. Micro superconductor getting annihilated. Would you buy that as a potential short squeeze?
I would buy it long and yes, as a short squeeze, it is going to be squeezed and that could be up 100, 200%.
All right, 200% versus zero. I'm just teasing it. Thanks, Hillary.
200% versus zero. So she says she would buy it on spot. So because she's predicting a short squeeze on it and the price is going to skyrocket. So interesting, very, very interesting. But I digress. All right, guys, let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. What's going on? Guys, I am so excited for what's going to happen here, man. I think these prices are going to go so much higher than people think. I'm so excited about it, guys. I really am. I'm just looking at the bubbles right now, and holy smokes, man. Things look fantastic, and we haven't even gotten started. All right, let's get back into the chat. Guys, as always, please make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It means everything, guys. It really does. Help us push our way up to 10K subs. It would mean everything. Absolutely. All right, what else do we got going on here? Funky's in the house. Howdy, brother. How you doing? What a pump today. I got 15 crypto, all double digits. Pump today. Whoop, just getting started. Yes. Congratulations, Funky. Absolutely, brother. Guys, not financial advice, but just remember, if you're printing good profits on meme coins right now, it might not be a bad idea to take some profits, okay? Lord of the Realm in the house. Good evening, everyone. Yamaha, things are getting exciting. Hell yeah, they are. Stefan, things are getting too exposed to the truth about what happened in Wonderland. Batari, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Bernstein's message, buy everything you can and put it in the crypto market. Yeah, they are saying that right now. We covered that. They're shilling that for sure. They're telling retail to buy crypto right now. Private asset manager with $725 billion under management sent the following memos to investors on Monday. GT in the house. Things are getting spicy. Is it confirmed? I mean, the last article I read said it was confirmed, but it's still speculation, I think. But the fact that such a large asset manager says this to its investors is a private memo is remarkable. Yes, crypto friendly is here, 100%. Clover and Ray, nice. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Jetpack in the house. Let's freaking go, baby. Ripple. I'm down 44K on Miria. I know it will do well, very well in the next 6 months. Yeah, I'm not sweating Miria. I just did an update on Miria this morning. They had a new company, new partnership, new Web3 mobile app game that they partnered with that's launching. They have over 400 projects launching, building on their blockchain right now, guys. I'm not worried about Miria, not in the least bit. H-Bar's pumping, says John. Absolutely. Crow's pumping. Yeah, John, your bags must be looking nice right now. Absolutely, man. Daddy Warbuck, Jasmy needs to start pumping soon, brother. Soon it will. Marvin, me too, brother. Oh, yes. About our meeting tomorrow. Swoop is in the house. Late to class. Push-ups have been done. Fun times. Yep, got to get those push-ups in if you're late, brother. Michael, H-Bar's going crazy. Don't sleep on H-Bar. 100%, man. H-Bar is looking juicy. H-Bar's up right now. 14.7%. You'll love to see it, man. XCN, absolutely. XCN and Hoppy gonna take off. Private profit margins are rising upward. Hodl and wait for more to come. Today's earnings are up to 3,851.99%. Still higher than higher. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Attila, Iron Mike will knock him out. And just like Gensler is finally getting knocked out. Nice. LCR, Jetpack, if you're not trying own some Bitcoin, what are you doing? Yes, absolutely. Don't forget the British 100K Jasmy. Nice. That's a nice bag, brother. That is a nice bag. Funky. Okay, my ADD is kicking in. Oh, that was my dryer, brother. Sorry about that, man. I went and turned it off. Any love for Swift? Man, we love Swift. Swift has been pumping. It was pumping like crazy earlier. It's up 11.7% right now. But, yeah, it ran nicely today, guys. It ran nicely, and I think it's going to continue. Funky, Tyson doesn't step in the ring till, oh, really, 10 p.m. Central. Holy smokes, that's late. Mike Tyson fight isn't important. Yeah, I know. I hope Mike wins, though, to be honest. It's just an exhibition. That's the thing. It's just an exhibition fight, guys. Everyone's talking about it like it's some sort of big, serious thing. And it's just an exhibition show is all it is, which is fine. Overcome, what's up, man? Good to see you. Death Bank in the house. RJ 2010, Trump knows exactly what he's doing. This man is a genius. Yes, that's what I'm saying, brother. That's what I'm saying. Hangman says no capital gains tax. This could be revolutionary for all U.S. holders. BTC will go to new highs, bringing the entire crypto market uptrending. Yes. Here's the thing, guys. If that goes through, I'm moving to the States. Me and my wife have already discussed this. We're definitely moving down to the States. U.S. platform will generate even more. Like, if we move to the States and there's no capital gains tax on American companies, we would be saving hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars in taxes we wouldn't have to pay. I'm watching the fight on mute. Nice. Soul Boy, what's up, buddy? It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. Bruno's in the house. What's up, man? Gamani is going to make some noise, big bro. Let me check it out for you, man. Let me check it out for you. What's it called? GAMINI? I got nothing. Nothing's coming up, man. Justin, hope Jasmy goes to the moon. Anything can happen. Only time will tell. Oh, it's going, brother. It is going. David's in the house. What's up, brother? Top top my bags off with yesterday's dip. Nice. Congratulations, man. David says time is money, opportunity, time. Absolutely. Gaming might be a banger, man. What's the ticker on that? I can't find it. Funky says, what's up with the ads? Is it the only red I see? How can we have a red day? What ads are you talking about, Funky? I don't know what you're talking about, man. H-Bar. Rob is your escape room tour. Not BTC, only on US-based crypto. Bitcoin isn't one of those non-taxables. Yes, you're absolutely right, Funky. XRP is on the list for non-taxable. Yeah, stuff like XRP, Cardano, stuff like that for sure. So absolutely, guys. All right, listen, I'm going to be going live over on the Patreon shortly here, guys. So get over to the Patreon. The link's in the chat. I will be live over there momentarily. Just going to reset here. Guys, if you want to book one-on-ones with me and you need help with your portfolio structure, with your exit strategies, with your profit taking, all that stuff, guys, get over to the Patreon. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Join our community. We got everyone from seasoned pros to beginners over there. Join our community over on the Patreon. GAIMIN. I'll try to look at it again. GAIMIN. I found it. GMRX. That's the ticker. GMRX. It's up 0.5%. I don't know what the circulating supply is. It's an AI play. That's good. I mean, I'm going to assume that it's 100% of supply and circulation. Let's go have a look at the live chart. See this price action, baby. Oh, it's starting to climb. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of boring price action, to be honest with you right now, but you are in an upward, a little bit of an upward trajectory. It looks like it might break to the downside, to be honest with you, man. I think we might see a buy. If you want to, if you're looking for a DCA opportunity, it does kind of look like you are, you got your you got a lot of touch points here that you're looking at, right? You got 1, 2, 3 there, 4. Now you're riding this line. It looks like you're probably going to have a dump to the downside here, to be honest with you. And if you do, it's a good DCA opportunity for it. So, I mean, hey, right? Hey, might be all right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the ticker ads. Oh, okay. So I'll check that out for you, man. ADS. Are you talking about ad shares, or are you talking about Alchemy? Is this one you're talking about? Let me know, Funky. Let me know, brother. Jetpack says getting rid of the capital gains tax on crypto is great, although that might there are ways to circumvent that. Yeah, absolutely. When crypto fights start, Rob, go to the gym. Trump is cooking with gas, 100%. Liquidity, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. You're showing up late to the party, man. See you in America soon, Rob. Maybe even New York. Hey, man, you know what? New York City is actually on my bucket list because I need to go. I can't remember the name of the place. You know where the big skating rink is, and they got the world's biggest Christmas tree and stuff like that? It's on Home Alone, the movie Home Alone 2. I have to go there at Christmas time. It's on my bucket list, man. It's on my bucket list, brother. Everyone's bags looking juicy. Wonder when we get that crazy altcoin season. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm going to be talking about today on the Patreon, guys. I have a kind of a layout of what I think is going to happen over the next few months. And it's going to be very fascinating. So you're going to want to get in on this, guys. Get over to the Patreon. You're going to miss the group Zoom call today. I'm going to be live over there, and you're going to miss something very, very important. Josh says conservative price target for XRP. My target, John, is between $7 to $13 on XRP. That's always been my price target for XRP. I think that's $7 is conservative, I think. But, I mean, if you want to be super conservative, I'd say $5. But I think 7 to 13 is safe. So, boy, I'm going to get more Cube on Down Big Gaming Project. Nice. Nice. Okay, so this is the one, right? Okay, so $29.5 million market cap. Most of the supplies in circulation. It's a marketing project. Well, let's go to the live chart and have a look, shall we? Looks like it had itself a little bit of a crash there, eh, brother? It's been in a downswing for a while. Yeah, it's not really much going on. I mean, it's starting to climb back up right now. It might be a decent entry point, to be honest with you, but yeah, I don't know. Not really much. You had a little bit of a, you know, setting higher lows here, as you can see, and then it collapsed down, which was, I mean, obvious, right? I mean, you saw that coming with this, right? And then to the downside. And now we're trying to climb back up. So I would say that you're going to want to try to get above this line, first of all. You're going to want to get above that trend line. You might reject off of it a couple of times, but might not be a bad DCA opportunity. Liquidity. I've been here just, okay, you've been hanging out. Just listening to the alpha. Nice. Paul, what's your price target on JASMY in 6 months? Paul, I don't know, man. Honestly, 6 months. That's people start asking me like, hey man, what's your price target in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months? Like 6 months, honestly, though, to be, it's a decent time frame, to be honest with you, man. Because I mean, 6 months, we're looking at what are we? December, January, February, March, April, May. So you're looking at May. Okay, so you could see JASMY, you know, 30 to 40 cents around that time. But I will say that somewhere around May, you're probably going to see a pullback, a significant pullback in the market, 40, 50%. So that might be in the cards around that time frame, 6 months from now, right? Times Square. Is that what it's called? I thought Times Square was where they did like the New Year's Eve ball drop. What's that called then? Is it in the same place? Are they just different camera angles or something? I've never seen it. So I don't know, brother. Maybe I have to like go to Google Maps and kind of do a 360 turn to check that area out or something. Funky. It's a meta play. Been holding it for years. Oh, nice. I forgot I had it. It's a wallet I ain't looking at in a while. Oh, nice. Overcome. Nice. All right, guys. So listen. Yes, that is the news. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And again, I'm going to be going over to the Patreon. Again, guys, I will be live over there in momentarily. So get over there. I'll see you on the Patreon in a little bit. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Guys, listen, tomorrow, every single day, 7 days a week, 1 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Central, live here on the channel every single day. Check you later.